Yesterday, late at night, I suddenly felt this pull to delve deeper into the gnosis that has been shared by Belial with me. Now, when I say Belial, what I have realized and what many who work with him very closely realize is that he is not and he cannot be limited. So, even though he comes in the group of the Goetic demons, but that is not exactly who he is. You could say that that's one way he is understood, but when you go beyond that form, you see his true beauty. He had already revealed to me what I came across again last night. Suddenly, one of his names, on which I had written an ode long time back when I first, was face to face with him. He is also known as, like, this particular aspect that I'm talking about, on which I wrote an ode, is known as Matanbuchus. I don't know the correct pronunciation, but it's spelled as Matanbuchus, which means the death bringer, or the death bearer, or the mortifer. Now when you first hear it, like, you feel this thing within you that he stands for death. In his purest and most raw primordial form, he is death and rebirth. He is the transformative urge that lives in us. He's the coiled serpent. He's also the free serpent after the Kundalini awakens. He's many things. He has so many faces. He is one of the most expansive deities I have come across. Not to say that, I have grown up in a Hindu household, and if you go deep into Tantra and you start reading and researching on it, then most of the Tantric deities, they have many aspects and many forms that could be quite different from each other. Like, you would feel as if they're not the same deity, they're not the same spirit we are talking about, not the same god or goddess. Coming back to his aspect, the most primordial, the most raw aspect, as the mortifer, or the death bearer, or the Matanbuchus, whatever. I don't know why this particular aspect, even though I sometimes fear it because I want to maintain my life on earth. I'm a householder at the end of the day, and a mother. This particular thing makes me a little bit fearful. But I'm so attracted to this particular aspect that I wrote an ode, and it was perfect. Not that I wrote it, but he channeled it to me perfectly. Okay, and I would share it in the book that I will be writing on him. This is a lifetime of work, and I cannot say when it will be out. I would rather say I leave it in his hands. I surrender the book to him already. I can already see the book in place. I know it's going to take place. I know it's going to come. But when, I cannot promise, but it will. Now, this form, this aspect, I was reading about it, some practitioners who had shared their view. They told the same thing that was told to me by Belial a long time back when I first started delving deep into his being, that he is the state of nothingness that existed, the deep, dark void that existed before creation took place. I would link this up with the Hindu description of creation, which is linked to Shiva. Shiva is misunderstood, especially in the Western, spirituality. He is not totally understood. Shiva at his core is the deep, dark, peaceful void from which everything comes into being. But it itself remains in a state of nothingness. But this state of nothingness cannot be understood by the human mind and by limited concepts. This nothingness, many practitioners were saying that this nothingness is nothing. It's nothing. It's a state of being nothing. That's why he's known as the worthless one. But no, this is not my realization. This nothingness is teeming with life. But in order to feel that, you have to go into the nothingness and become the nothingness. How beautiful this is. How beautiful this is. You can only feel it. You cannot describe it in words. This nothingness is all that is. Creation and this void go hand in hand. It's when this void wants to express itself that it starts creating, that it starts the process of creating. It's a very, very deep topic. You can never talk enough about it. But when I was reading it, I was feeling the beauty of Belial. I was feeling it. I'm still feeling it. I'm feeling the beauty of it. And how all these forms of Shiva, especially one form that I'm not going to talk about right now because it's a part of my book, is very, very akin to what Belial stands for. He has revealed many things to me, which is a part of the gnosis that I must not talk about right now. I need to work more on it before I can be out with the information, because half-baked information can be dangerous. So I'm going to go deep into it with him, with his blessings, with his guidance, and then I'm going to come out with the final gnosis in my book. But this nothingness, that this form, this aspect, this is what he truly stands for. Not at all the description of Goetia. You can, the way it's coming to me, the information is coming to me, is that the description that is given in Goetia about him is actually a very manhandled concept of what he stands for. You can say that is a very small part of him. He's too large to contain in any concept, in any description, in any scripture, in any way, any method that the human mind can conceive of. He's very expansive, and that is one of the things that I came across when I connected deeply with him. And this connection is very natural. Much before him as a child, I have grown up listening to and delving deep into Mother Goddess Kali. Kali is, Kali's energy is very, very similar to that of Belial, that of Lilith, very similar. And I have some more interesting things to share with you about Mother Lilith that I found out from another practitioner who happens to be a Hindu Tantric practitioner. Her understanding of things and gnosis is pretty similar to mine. I found her out on YouTube while delving deeper into all these topics, and what I found out was it was a confirmation that what I had been feeling and thinking all this while is true, that Lilith is deeply connected to Goddess Kali. So I would leave at this, and I would be bringing more videos. But if you want to understand Belial, then you have to go beyond the conceptions, the very limited conception of him given in Goetia. It's so small compared to what he actually is. So I'll leave you with this, and I will be bringing more videos, so stay tuned, and thank you for all your support and love.